Traders, it is Money Monday. Let's hope. Last week I traded 3 days, was green those 3 days. The issue was I started red every single one of those days. So is there a common theme here? We just need to start red, do a red to green move on the day, and then we can start seeing profits. I certainly hope that's not the trend. Much easier just starting and staying green. Now today the overall market is down. There's this Chinese AI model DeepSeek, which apparently costs a lot less money than what the US has been investing into the AI market. It apparently only cost a few million and it's actually performing better than what we have out there. And the market's certainly reacting to that. Now, we never know what the market's going to do, right? All we can control is our reaction to the market. Our reaction is the most important thing. We're never going to be perfect with our trading, but we can work towards perfection through progression. Like I try to reiterate over and over, we never make it, we're always making it. I've seen many traders who are consistent, maybe over a year's time, but then they lose it all in one trade, letting that one trade define you. See, that's not what I'm trying to do with this small account. What we're trying to do is have the house edge. So over 10,000 trades, we're consistently green and making money, not trying to get rich quick. We either make it big or we blow up. I'm not interested in that. And from what I've seen, the more unpopular approaches to the market are oftentimes the more profitable approaches. Take that into consideration and think about risk like this. You have your edge, which over time may work 80% of the time, but you have to account for the 20%, right? We kind of go all in Hail Mary on the 80% or think that this has to work when it doesn't. But risk entails this in its probability distribution. So you have 80% of the time that it's going to work. That's the likely scenario. Okay, this is a hierarchy. And then you go down and you have the 20%, which is less likely, but still potentially can happen. And then below the 80%, you have 20%, where maybe 15% of that is this can happen, but it's less likely to happen. And then the other 5% where you're thinking the black sheep where this thing can just GME style, that is highly unlikely, but still a potential outcome. So what risk means is more things can happen than will happen. There's a range of different outcomes, and we don't know where this outcome is going to fall. So with that being said, we're going to focus on risk today, predefining that. Upon that, setting our OCO orders, letting them work, taking the house edge, and then removing myself from the picture as much as possible to eliminate the emotions. Traders, let's find out what's going to happen. A few minutes till the market opens up. Here's the SPY right now. Massive sell-off this morning, and everything else followed. Remember we traded BE last week, and this one just grinded higher, dropping points. Many things dropping a large percentage of their gains. In fact, some of these on the daily had breakouts, oh man, such as BE, and then giving it all back, unfortunately. IREN, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Man, IREN had that head and shoulders looking pattern too. Let's watch this one. I'm going to pull IREN on down because this has a head and shoulders we were looking at last week. It looked like it was having a break. And now, what is she sitting at? Like 1150? Man, that's dropped so much, though. If we can have this pop up a little closer up towards 13 resistance, which is going to be that shoulder line, we can potentially take a trade there. LX completely overbought. That's still sitting up there around 750, though. We could risk the highs. CLOV, similar story. This is a pharmaceutical company, I believe. This one's still holding most of its gains, so we could risk the highs there. And then DAN sitting under 15 bucks right now. Big upper shadow. This is the daily chart. Remember, we do top-down analysis, going from the daily all the way down to intraday to get an idea of the ticker. It's kind of had a descending triangle on the day, last trading day. So a few were watching this morning. Everything is selling off, and you guys know I'm mainly short, and I don't like to chase, so we're going to have to see what pops on up. CLOV hasn't sold off too much off of Friday's close, so I'll have to find something that's sitting right up around resistance. IREN, man, that's giving everything back now, so we'll see if things pop on up. I mean, this one wasn't a nice head and shoulders pattern. Now some of these things are going to have some longs trapped, and it's going to be difficult to reclaim some of these levels. That's what I'm watching this morning, guys. Going to take probably a few trades like we did on Friday, set a few OCOs, and fingers crossed they work a little bit better for us. What I've noticed with the account so far, and we're sitting at our highs, is that this small account challenge has been a little more challenging than I suspected it was going to be. The thing is, we haven't had like a nice green day. We've had some nice red days, but we haven't had a nice green days. It's like slow steps up, and then I've had max loss days, which are like $50 for this account. I'm not sure what the biggest green day I've had is, but not that. We need to get some good green days going. But the thing is, we're going to trade the house edge, let them work, and over a long period of time, we should have the accumulation of growth with this account. See, the house doesn't worry if it loses money one night because they know ultimately over the long run they are going to be consistently green because they have the house edge. Mathematically, that's how it works. Just like the probability distribution we talked about, which you can consider it like an upside down triangle and think about the likely, less likely, highly unlikely scenarios. One of the reasons I don't like to trade pre-market is because through experience, most things you have to learn through experience. Unfortunately, experience is your best teacher. I've been caught when I was long in some offerings, and it's just highly illiquid. It seems impossible to get out of. Imagine the people long on some of these names from over the weekend. It's one of those scenarios that you could not have predicted. Holding overnight, over the weekend, and trading pre-market after hours, it involves more risk in my opinion, meaning there's more things that can happen, such as the offerings. Typically, you don't see offerings intraday market hours. Usually those are going to be pre-market or after hours, as well as news. A lot of news comes out 8:30, 9. It increases the risk, in my opinion, which means more things can happen than will happen. Traders, a few minutes till the market opens on up. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. Market is now open. CLOV, I'm definitely interested in. I was about to hit it in the 60s. Fresh. Definitely looks good. Dang it, CLOV. We were about to hit that. Take a stab at FRSH 1803. It's getting a pop back up towards its previous close. That will be the stop on it if we get filled. We did get filled. 1803. 1829, the previous trading day, will be the stop on that. Close with OCO order. Put 1830 down. 1750 profit target. We'll send that out, and we'll start looking for the next one. I just think the closer this gets up to where a lot of buyers were on the last trading day, the more they're going to be trying to get out break even. It's a psychological trade. LX looks good too. Everything is looking red right now. Mostly everything has been snapping out of the gates. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten any of them. We're in FRSH. SPY is popping up. I don't want to chase anything as a concern of mine. CLOV having a big lower shadow. I'm thinking about hitting it. 20% of the buying power. We're going to get it at 260, 20% of the buying power. I'm going to set an OCO on CLOV, or 470. Profit target down at 440. So we don't want that to climb back up and over the highs. Take a look at FRSH. FRSH is climbing back up to our risk right now, unfortunately. But right now we're green with CLOV, so that's good. I'm going to let those play around and look for something else. Man, iron with the head and shoulders selling off, and then FRSH about to take us out. Interesting pattern. The entire market selling off, and FRSH about to take us out. All right, FRSH, we got stopped out on that one, up at 1830. Okay, so now we're just working CLOV. Everything dumping. IREN dumping. IREN's coming down to this trend line, though, on the chart. LX looking heavy. Bear flag LX. LX, we could trade that one, risking the open at 746. I'm going to take a stab at it. 733. Order filled LX, 733. 746 will be the stop LX. 100 shares there. All right, send the order out. So we stopped one, we're still working two. CLOV trying to reclaim. That one's still sitting pretty heavy. Trying to pop up and reclaim though. LX getting a pop. Our risk is 746 on that. Need that one to stay heavy and Clove to stay heavy. Never took any profits on CLOV because I like the chart. I want her to work out a little bit for us. I like the bear flag here on LX. We got the trend. This is what she's looking like. Bear flag there, and now CLOV's trying to get a pop over VWAP and back up towards the high. And here's the trend that CLOV is on. Trying to get a pop up right now. LX is coming up, nearly about to stop me out. Red to greening on its day. FRSH, apparently that was a good stop. God bless, dude. What in the world? I'm about to be on tilt here with LX reclaiming its open previous high a day. So it's set up for a beautiful fade. Order filled on LX. So now we're just working CLOV. Wow. All right. Look at the ones we've got involved with, traders. FRSH straight up. LX, apparently a good stop there. I'm fairly tilted right now. You crack the trend line. You pop right back up over VWAP. Now you're testing the high out. LX even higher. FRSH. Good stops there. I mean, I don't want my entire day to just be good stops, though. We need to get some winners going here. But it doesn't appear like that's going to be the case. Why is today strangely so difficult? IREN, I'm about to hit it on the short side. IREN filled 1112, roughly 100 shares, 20% buying power. I like the little flag that it's in right now. I like the upper shadow right there. So let's give it a little room. What are we in at? 1112. Put an OCO for 1140 on iron. It will probably hit that before I even put the order out. Market tuition day. Market tuition day. Pop right up to it. Everything's popping up. Everything's popping up to my stops. Everything. I like the bear flag here. I like the upper shadows. I like the trade. It should be heavy, really, against the open. I could stab at these smaller position sizes, scale into them a little bit. Today I'm done, guys. Order filled, CLOV 470. So we just got liquidated CLOV. That one wants to reclaim its highs, red to green move, and test last trading day's close. IREN, I'm in a short. I like the bear flag. We'll see if it works or if it wants to continue higher today. 1140 is the stop there. So far, 0 for 3 on our trades. Here's what we're looking at with IREN and a little bit of a flag here. 1120 really should hold up on it. What's the likely scenario here? I'm going to get stopped out. If today is going how it's been going, I'll get stopped out. I still like the head and shoulders on the daily. We did like it. I think we traded this one last week and got stopped out as it made a different shoulder. Right now, it's coming down to the neckline, which it should crack. I don't know if it'll do that today. Usually it needs, another day or two before it's going to do something like that. But these charts are looking fine, guys. I mean, it's looking good. I like the upper shadow. I like the 1120 resistance, but nothing's really working out. I'm not interested in going so deep in the hole that I can't recover. CLOV, wasn't thinking it would recover that much. LX definitely thought it was going to be heavy against the previous close. FRSH, I mean, sold off to 1650 and then came all the way back up to new highs. And then IREN, we're trading the bear flag here that will probably end up being a bull flag. Okay, we're under $11 now, IREN. Will we stay there? Look at FRSH at 19 bucks. What in the hell? CNH back up to resistance. IREN, the creepy crawler that we're involved with right now. In this pattern right now, 1120 some resistance, heavy under VWAP at the moment, but at this bottom trend line, we'll see what happens here. Volume has faded. This has been our only green trade so far, and typically I would probably be taking half off and letting the rest ride. The problem is it's been our only winner today, and so I feel a little emotional about it. Like, I need to actually let this one work for us a little bit. I do like about IREN that we broke on Friday some resistance. Now we got some longs trapped right there. We are in a head and shoulders pattern, but we're coming right down to the resistance at 1030 if we can make it down there. That's the neckline. I got it mapped out here down towards like 1020, which I think we could get to. If she breaks above this upper trend line, I'll probably be out of it. It's climbing up towards it right now. IREN looks heavy against VWAP, pulling back in some more. We're still with it. Classic bear flag, cracking that trend. $11 still there as the adjusted risk. Either like it to continue to fade or we'll stop out with a smaller profit at $11. Can this ticker get us to break even or even green on the day? I don't know, but good God, today has been just awful. I'm going to attempt to let this one continue working out. Low 1070s, and we have till this bottom trend down here in the 1020s, because I need like 10 more cents out of you to be break even on the day. I'm going to keep it below this upper trend line, like over 1080 probably would get out of it. Let's see if she can keep working for us though. As longs unwind their positions, getting closer down to the 1060 area now. IREN has us green now. Am I an idiot if I don't take this? Am I getting greedy? Under the 50s, under the 50s. Looking for a liquidity sweep flush. 50 or back over, I'm out. 50 or back over, I'm out. Are we going to keep panicking or 50 or back over? Absolutely no buying at all. Can we just halt down? We're at the lows and making new lows. Lots of panicking going on with IREN. Lots of panicking. New stop, 1050. We're just going to let her ride out. Nothing but selling right now. 1050, I'm out. See if we can keep the panic going. Finally getting paid on one of these tickers. Unfortunately, we had 3 losers, but we're practicing patience. This is good. Just letting her work. 1112 average, 1050 adjusted stop. We just keep adjusting the stop as she sells off. So we're green or greener. About to be in the 30s now. Does she want $10? There we go. Into the 30s. Let's keep going. Why give her up right now? She's still panicking. Lots of panic selling going on. Lots of people in tears, not wanting to get rid of their positions, adding to losers. Losers add to losers. Risk says more things can happen than will happen. In the 20s now. Can we get the 10s? 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 Can we get the 9? I mean, it's just selling off. There is no buying at all. And I feel dumb not to take any of this off, but we're letting her work for us. This is excellent. Once she starts turning around, I'm taking it all. But as long as she's selling off, we are sitting in the money. Shift F for sell entire position. Euphoria always ends in tears. We're about to take all of it. We're at the bottom trend line right now. Yeah, we're going to take it all. Shift F at 1030. Look at this panic. And coming right down to that 1020 support line we had mapped out. Let's look at the daily chart. Here's the head and shoulders pattern. All the way down back to this neckline in the 1020s. She's still panicking right now, still selling off. We could buy it. Look, I'm feeling good right now. I know I took 3 huge L's, but I'm feeling good. Let's take a long, risking 1020. Long, 1024. It's called the short of it and then the long of it. The short and long of it. 1024 average on the long side. Can we work both sides of this trade? Will she start to turn around? It might try to flush under the 20s. Sometimes you see lower shadows under that kind of support line where that neckline is. But so far, if we're playing the ticker like a fiddle, let's keep playing her like a fiddle. If Iron and I are compatible, why give up on her? Let's go until we can't anymore. Usually when the capitulation sets in and you've experienced most of the panic, there's some upside to it. What can we make of the day? That's what I'm excited about. What can we make of today? Because today has been awful, to say the least. Starting out in the hole again. Guys, I just need to wait. I need to sit on my hands when the market opens on up. I keep taking premature entries, and it's killing me. Developing news. New lows just developed, and now it's under 1020. Giving it a second here. Giving it a second here. Wow. Getting crushed on this side. We'll see if she's going to pop up. Maybe she wants under 10. Wow. Still full on panic. Giving her just a little bit more time. No, she wants the 10s. I'm giving her more time than I wanted to. She wants under 10. Dang it. Here's what we're dealing with. It pulled all the way back down to this bottom trend. Now it's sitting heavy on it right now. So we got out of our short. Now we're giving profits back on the long side, trying to long it. And it's not working out. All right, so here we are getting out of it. Giving all that back. Oh, giving all of that back. Man, come on, Kevin, why'd you do that? I thought it was a good setup. I really did. A lot of emotions going on today. Was tilted, then was highly elated once Iron paid us, and additionally got us a quota on the day. Tried to trade it on the long side, down at the bottom support. Took an L there, so now roughly break even on the day. So little irritated with that, but really, how can we be irritated at all? I mean, what a day. This was day trading. Do you want to be a day trader? Because this is what it is. Ah, man, I want to trade, but there's no point in trading right now. I mean, LX I like, but 760 is good risk there. I don't know, man. Try to hit it again. 758. 200 shares short. Gonna place an OCO and give it to like 765. Tighter stop and let her run a little bit. So this one's sitting right up near resistance under the previous close, which should be heavy, 763. Little upper shadows here. A lot of support. Now resistance in the 760s. I like it. It's a good hand. We got to play the good hands. While that's doing its thing, I mean, even if we go red on this trade, it's just going to be a small loser. $10 loser for a decent winner. Well, traders, LX is working. It's heavy under the VWAP right now and looks like it wants to just kind of fade. I'm going to adjust my stop to a break even on this trade. So we're either going to be greener or break even on this ticker, break even on the day. We'll see how LX wants to unwind throughout the day. I'm going to set that OCO and get on with the day. Traders, let me know how you guys did in the comment section below. Excited to hear about it. Did you have a wild, wild west day like I did? Let me know how you did in the comment section below. Traders, we will see you tomorrow.